to episode 9 of my little podcast all about knitting, crafting, crocheting, anything crafty. It's called Tales of Yarnia. My name's Hannah. I am from Cheltenham in the UK, which is where I live with my other half Jimmy and our yellow Labrador Jonah. I'm known as yarniadesigns on Instagram and Ravelry, which should be somewhere around here for you. And yeah, that's sort of my spiel for the beginning. So I've only really got one announcement, and it's a bit of a continuation of previous episodes. We are currently running the Yarnia cowl, which is where you can knit any of my patterns and enter them into the cowl, which is going to be ending pretty soon actually now. 31st of March is the deadline. There is a thread on my Ravelry group where you can enter your FOs if you have been knitting one of my patterns. Make sure you go and enter it on there for a chance to win some lovely yarny prizes. I think I've spoken about them before and showed them off on the podcast. There's a skein of gorgeous yarn from Green Lambkin and also some mini skeins from Moonflower Yarns. And then I think I'm going to be giving away a copy of one of my patterns as well. I've got 2 paid for sock patterns now and 1 shawl design. So yeah, and returning viewers, thank you for coming back. You may have noticed I've got a new camera, which is a bit exciting. So I'm hoping the sound will be okay. Excuse me. Hoping the light will be okay. I'm not really much of a camera geek, so I don't really understand all the different settings. And I know the sun was out before, but now it has just gone cloudy, so I don't know if that's made the light better or worse. But hopefully these settings will be okay and you'll be able to see me and hear me okay. So but yeah, that's really exciting. Before I was just recording on my phone, so I think it was a bit grainy with the picture and the sound was not very good, so hopefully it'll be an improvement. So yay. It was my birthday yesterday, and I actually got the camera for my birthday from Jimmy, so that was really kind of him. So yeah, I should be able to take better pictures of my designs and speak to you guys a bit better. So yeah, so I need to stop saying so. There's one thing which is me made that I'm wearing, and that is my Vortex shawl by Charlotte Bory, I think is the designer, and it is a brioche shawl. It's pretty much all brioche apart from one centre bit, but I absolutely love it. I'll take it off. I think I have worn it on the podcast before, but I can't remember. I'm losing track now that we're on to episode 9, and I'm also running out of me-made items to wear, so I'm going to have to recycle them a bit. But yeah, I'll just hold it up so you can see the shape. So you start off at one point and you work your way across. And then you have this centre diamond, which is garter, and then the rest of it is brioche. But yeah, I really, really love it. I actually sometimes just wear it like this. I might do that actually, the rest of the podcast. So instead of putting it back on. Yeah, so really, really cosy. I love this pattern. I might actually make another one because it's just so easy to wear, so easy to throw on, and it's so gorgeous and warm. And you can pick 3 different skeins of fingering weight yarn to use from your stash for that one. So I think I used this is Dyfer yarn in the Too Much Mint cocktail colourway. Then the lighter colour is Fine Fish yarns in the Sushi colourway on the MCN base, and then on the other side is the brighter pink is a Homespun House, and I think the colourway is Whale Belly, but I'm not sure if it was It was part of a kit, so I think it might be a one-off colourway. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. I've not actually managed to finish any projects at all since I last spoke to you, because I've been mostly working on one project, which is a pretty big project, and I'm almost finished with it. I'll get it out in a second, I just need some coffee. And now the sun's come out again. It's testing me. Oh dear. Right, so yeah, the one main project I've been working on, I'll just grab it here. It's my Zweig. So hopefully that wasn't too loud. I have done so much. I'm pretty proud of the progress I've made since my last podcast, and I really wanted to get it finished in time for this podcast, because I thought I needed to podcast today because I don't know when I'm going to get the next chance to do it, and I feel like if I leave it too long, I feel like I need to be podcasting. Otherwise, projects are just going to build up and acquisitions are going to build up and all that stuff. So anyway, I'll hold up my progress. You can see. So as you can see, I've finished the body and a whole sleeve. So I think the last time I spoke to you, I was probably about here, about halfway through the body maybe. So I have done quite a bit. And this has been the main thing I've been working on. So I am so in love with it. I tried it on after I finished the body, just to make sure the length was okay, and it is. I'm really pleased with it. I did stick to the pattern, the exact length it said, and that seems to be working really well for me. And I think once I block it, it might stretch down a little bit more anyway. Just because I think the cables bunch up the fabric a bit, so maybe when I give it a soak it might grow a little bit. I don't really do proper swatches because I'm a bad knitter. I tend to knit a swatch, but then I don't bind it off and I don't sort of block it or anything like that. So I just undo it again once I've got the sort of right gauge. And I know you're supposed to block swatches, but I just sort of stretch them out a little bit and measure. And it's not really gone too badly wrong for me so far. But yeah, and then I have finished the one sleeve as well. So as you can see, there's this gorgeous cross cables pattern on there as well. And then what I'm really excited about is there's a really long ribbed cuff. So when I tried it on, I wanted really long sleeves, and it did go right down to sort of here-ish, so it should be a really nice cozy sweater when it's finished. And I could even finish it today if I put my mind to it. I've only got that much left to do of a sleeve, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I have been knitting like a maniac on this one. Knitting like a maniac. That could be the title of this episode. So yeah, I have shown this off quite a few times, but it's definitely looking so much more like a sweater now, and I just can't wait to finish it. I really can't. I'm so excited to wear it, and definitely by the next time I podcast, this will be finished. And I feel like me saying that set me up to fail. I shouldn't say things like that on the podcast, because then something might go terribly wrong. But what could go wrong? What can go wrong? I've just got part of a sleeve to finish, and that is basically TV knitting for me, because I've done so many of these little tiny cables. I can tell just by looking and counting the rows when I need to do the next cable row. So, super exciting. Yay! Oh, can you just see how gorgeous that texture is? So beautiful. Sorry, it's getting a bit blown out now. Oh, camera, what do we do? How do we do cameras? Help. That's getting blown out. That's not good. Is that better? That's better. That's normal colours. Those are normal colours. Oh yeah, I don't think I said, I have said before on previous episodes, but for any new viewers, the main colour, the dark blue, is a travel knitter yarn in a one-of-a-kind colourway, so it's not got a name. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's 100% merino. And then this contrast colour for the lace and colourwork is by Fondant Fibre. If you can see up close, it's all speckly and pretty. And that's in her MCN base in the Jasmine Scented Evening colourway. But I don't think she's dyeing yarn anymore. Or she's definitely not at the moment. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to be finishing up that soon, and that will be done by the next time I podcast. Hopefully be done within the next day or so. And then I've just got to weave in all the ends and block it and everything, so yay! Right, so there's only 2 other FOs currently that I'm working on. This one I showed you last time, and it's my new sock design that I'm working on. I've not made too much progress. I'm now I knit all my socks toe up, so I'm currently increasing towards the heel. I'm increasing the gusset. That's the right word. So this is what I've done so far. You can see we've got the contrast toe, and then I'm just doing a little lace pattern up the side of the sock. Sorry, my needle's in the way. Yeah. And the gingerbread man's now in the way. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I love this. I'm using a sock blank by Sweet Sparrow Yarns, which is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way it's knitting up. It's so fun to see. You just sort of get these pops of colour, and it sort of reminds me of sort of like a woodland flowers and that sort of thing. So yeah, you just sort of have these speckles of brown and blues and pinks. It's just so beautiful. I love it. So yeah, that's the main colour. The contrast colour is Eden Cottage Yarns in the Red Kite colourway. So I absolutely love that. It's so beautiful. And it's so soft as well because they got their MCN base. So, but yeah, so that's what I've got so far. Not made too much progress, but I'm not in a rush to get this done. I've been focusing mostly on the Zweig. So there we go. Yeah, so really enjoying that. I'll keep you posted on my progress when I get closer to needing some test knitters. So yeah, I feel like we're storming through this today. I don't think I've been filming that long. Just have a break for some coffee. Jonah's just on his sleep. He's on his bed, asleep at the moment. He is so tired. We had my parents come to visit this weekend, so they only just left today, and he just goes so crazy, over the top excited whenever we have people visiting. So he's just worn himself out. It's been, I think they were here less than 24 hours and he was just exhausted. So he's just going to sleep probably the rest of the day and all night. Means I get some quiet time and time to podcast without him charging around everywhere. Right, so I have got one final FO to show you. Oh, what am I doing with my hair now? So, I don't think I've been showing you the project bags things are in, but I'll show you this one because I haven't shown you this one for a while. This is my, I think it's alpacas? Yeah, alpacas, they're alpacas. This project bag is by Homespun House, and I really love alpacas, and I love the little outfits they have on. It's so cute. It's just really bright, fun project bag. So yeah, let's have a look. So I am making a baby, well, not baby, a toddler's cardigan for a friend whose baby is going to be turning 1 year old within the next month. So I decided to make a cardigan for her birthday, and I sort of spoke with her mum and was like, gave her a few different pattern options, because she'd said that she wanted me to knit another cardigan. I knit one last year when she was born, and then she said she wanted me to knit another one because that one doesn't really fit anymore. So she picked the pattern. It's Anna's Summer Cardigan by Petite Knit on Ravelry. I'll just see if I can get, I have got a print out of the pattern, so there are some pictures on there. So that's the cardigan. I'm going to be doing the long sleeve version, like more like this one. And it's just really simple eyelet pattern, but just really classic and pretty. So that's the pattern we've chosen. And then I took her to go and pick some yarn as well. And we've gone with Sirdar Snuggly. It's DK yarn. So this beautiful purple colour. They absolutely love purple. So I think pretty much everything I knit them has got purple in it somewhere. So yeah, it's the shade is 468. Can you see that? Yeah. And it's really soft, squishy. I think it is, should be 100, oh no, 55% nylon, 45% acrylic. And they come in 50 gram balls. So you get 179 yards per 50 grams. So yeah. And if I show you what I've done so far, here we go. I've not done that much, because again, I've just been mainly focusing on my Zweig so that I can focus on one thing at a time. I'm really preferring that at the moment, instead of having a few things on the go and feeling a bit all over the place. I'm really enjoying being a bit more monogamous. So once my Zweig is finished, this is going to be my next main focus. So if you can see here, it's it looks like it's done top down. So you sort of see the eyelets. It looks like it's raglan increases, I think. Maybe easier if I show you like this. Yeah, I really like how it's working up so far, and I'm enjoying working with DK weight yarn as well. Yeah, so, and I've got these cute little stitch markers on here, which I think, where are they from? I got them as a present, but it was from an Etsy shop. If I find the name of it, I will write it down on the screen. But if it's not on the screen, then it means I couldn't remember where they were from, so I'm really sorry. But yeah, I've got a little hot cross bun. And then we've got, is this a tea cake, I think? Cute. Then got an iced bun. And then a party ring. So they're sort of all biscuity themed. Biscuity and cake themed. And I think they're all pretty British cakes and biscuits. I think they are pretty much British. I don't know if you get party rings anywhere else. I'm not really sure. Hot cross buns, I'm pretty sure they're just British, a British thing. But correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah, I really love the colour. Really bright, nice colour for spring. So, yeah, look forward to carrying on working on that. It's just quite a relaxing knit. Just, it's really simple, but just with the eyelets thrown in to keep it interesting. And I can see it's going to work up really lovely. And hopefully my friend and the little girl will really enjoy wearing it. So yeah, those are all of the projects I'm working on at the moment. So I did say I was going to be casting on a birthday cast on, but I did not have time yesterday, and I didn't want to start anything until I finished my Zweig sweater, and I didn't manage to finish it for my birthday. So I am going to be hopefully casting on the Portage cardigan, which is a pattern by, who's it by? Hang on. Why have I forgotten? Why is my brain not telling me? I can't remember who it's by, but the Portage cardigan, and I've got some Primrose Yarn Co. yarn in the bramble colourway to make that. I know quite a few people have made it in that colourway, and I've seen pictures of theirs on Instagram, and I fell in love with it and had to order some. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting when I get to cast that on. It's just going to be like really cozy DK weight cardigan. And I know we're now sort of meant to be getting into spring and it's meant to be getting warmer, but here in the UK it is not getting warmer. Today it is sunny, on and off, but it's not that warm. Sorry if you can hear grunting, that is Jonah waking up and wandering around. So he just moved from his bed to a different area to sleep. He's so sleepy. Don't know what happened then. I think my camera cut out for some reason. I'm not sure why. Hopefully this is recording again, I haven't lost anything. But yeah, so what was I talking about? I was talking about Jonah sleeping, but that's not that interesting because he does that a lot. So I've got a few acquisitions to show you in a minute. I'm just going to drink more coffee. Okay, so most of them are from my birthday, but there is one which I treated myself to a couple of weeks ago. I know some people will have heard that Countess Ablaze she dyed up some special colourways, like limited edition colourways, because of something which happened. I think basically her business in Manchester was contacted by a local cafe. I think it was a local cafe or restaurant, and they had sent her an email asking her to do a sort of charity event with them, to raise money, but I don't even know if it was for charity. But what they'd said in the email was really offensive, and they'd sort of basically said that they would just give middle-aged women tea and like rubbish cake, or tray bakes and tea, and they would make loads of money from it. And it was just really derogatory, I think, the way that they'd sort of put across this idea. So in response, she didn't name and shame them, but she has come out with 2 colourways. I'm not sure if they're still available to pre-order on her shop, but I couldn't resist buying one of them, especially as I think £3 from each sale was going to be donated to Women's Aid, because this was sort of in celebration of International Women's Day a couple of weeks ago. So apologies for the swearing. I don't normally swear on the podcast, but this skein, which I got, is called Shit Tea and Tray Bake, and I went for that one. She called it that because that's what they said they were going to give women who came along to their event. So that's that one. It's so gorgeous. It's got like these sort of cakey tones. Or maybe that's the tea. That might be the tea. And then the crazy colours might be the tray bake. I'm not too sure. But it's so pretty. I'm so glad I got it. So this is, yeah, her label, Countess Blaze. And then I think this is I got the Lady Persephone sock yarn, which is 75% Blueface Leicester and 25% nylon. It's a fingering weight yarn. And yeah, here's the label. So yeah, really pleased with that. I think that's definitely going to be a really cool pair of socks at some point. So yeah, really good. Then there's a couple of things I got for my birthday. One is, let's have a look. Where is it gone? So this skein I got from my sister. It's just this gorgeous blues and greens. Just so pretty. And this was from an Etsy shop called, it was called I Love Pink Geraniums. It didn't come with a tag, but she did tell me where it was from. I think they're based might be in Essex in the UK. But yeah, it's so squishy and soft. So I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it yet, but it might make a really nice pair of socks. I'm pretty sure it's got some nylon in it. I think it's sock yarn. So really nice summery spring colourway. Really, really pretty. I think it's got some little splashes of yellow in it as well. Maybe, yeah, you can see. It's beautiful. It reminds me of sort of like the colours of a swimming pool in summer, a little bit. Right, so, and then there's another skein, which I got from my mum, which is this one. And this is a skein of DK weight yarn by Gamer Crafting. And it's a Ravenclaw inspired colourway, I believe. The name of the colourway is Bookish. I'll write it in the down bar. Actually, now I can just show you this because it's got a label. And this is 100% superwash merino, 100 grams of DK weight. And it's so pretty. So it's got the orange and the deep blue of that are associated with Ravenclaw, the house from Harry Potter. So I'm not sure what to make with this yet. But at the moment, I just love looking at it and squishing it. So can go and live in my stash and look all pretty for a while until it just tells me what it wants to be. Yeah. So yeah, I've been really lucky. Things I got for my birthday. And obviously my family know me pretty well. So, there is one more thing, which isn't actually knitting related, but it is crafting related. And it's something which I found these on a couple of Etsy shops, sorry. And they're basically beginner embroidery kits that come with the hoop, all the thread you need, and I think guides on how to do the different embroidery stitches, because I have never done embroidery before. I've done cross stitch, and I think you can see just up there that picture with the car and Eiffel Tower is a cross stitch which I did before. So I have done cross stitch, but I really wanted to have a go at embroidery. Because I really like when they're displayed in the little hoops, and I just thought it would be something that I can make and would be really fun to do, and then I can have it displayed on the wall. So I may have mentioned this to my mum leading up to my birthday, and she got me one from a shop called Jenny Blair, and this is the one she got me. Hopefully it's not reflecting too much. But yeah, it's just these pretty flowers in these beautiful warm colours. They're sort of autumnal colours, which I really, really love. And yes, I think it tells you the different stitches that are used. Yeah, if I show you the other side, I've not opened it up yet because I wanted to show it looking all nice on the podcast, but it looks like it's got a sort of like a template of where you do the stitches on the fabric, and then it comes with all the thread you need and even a needle. And then it says up here, yeah, I think it's the Autumn Wildflower kit in 6-inch size. So, and then I think it tells you the different stitches that you would need to use on that. So yeah, I'm really excited to give that a go. And then it also came with these cute little woodland animals, which I think you can cut out and you can use these to wind your thread around to keep it nice and tidy. So yeah, really cute. So I'm really looking forward to getting started on that. I don't know how difficult it's going to be, but yeah, I'm really excited to have a go. Yay! So, thanks, Mum! She does actually watch the podcast, which is really sweet of her. Yeah. So yeah, those are all my acquisitions. I've shown you all my projects that I'm working on, and hopefully next time I'll have some FOs. Not sure if you can hear, but the ice cream van is playing music down the road. It doesn't seem to be a seasonal thing anymore. It seems to just come down the road all year round. It was snowing the other week and the ice cream van was still there. I just thought that was hilarious. So yeah, it's just quite funny. I've just gone off on a complete tangent about an ice cream van now. I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone. If you're a returning viewer or a new viewer, thank you so much for giving my podcast a try, and I hope you come back for future episodes to enjoy more. Listening to me about crafting and a bit of rambling about ice cream vans. What more could you want in a knitting podcast? So yeah, I need to wrap this up now, but I can't remember how to wrap it up. So yeah, I hope you all have a lovely couple of weeks. I'm not sure when I'm going to be next podcasting. Might manage it next weekend, but it's the Easter weekend. So here in the UK it's basically a 4-day weekend. I will be working some of it, and then I think we've got plans to see family and things on the other days. So I might get a chance, I might not. But as always, hope you have a lovely week or couple of weeks of crafting, and hopefully by that point the weather will be warming up and we can get going on some spring knits and don't have to be completely wrapped up in the thick woolly things. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.